So this exercise is called a bear dip. You're going to use a plyo box, and we're going to get into a plank position. We're going to go over neutral spine here. Not always super important to do neutral spine, but for this core activation, I want to really focus on it. I have a tendency to round like this, so if you do the same thing, think of the bottom of your sternum plugging into your belt line and the top of your sternum growing forward to take your head forward. Now when the knees come down, the head's going to come with it, because again, we're keeping that neutral spine. And you might find a shake here, and I advise, if you find a shake, spend 3 rounds of 30 to 90 seconds in there, trying to breathe very normally through the nose and relaxing the nervous system so you can kind of retrain that twitch to kind of stabilize. The shaking should get worse as you do that, but tomorrow, after a few reps, it might be a little less. So we want to get that shaking to go down over time. Now, progressions here would be coming down into that position and tapping one clavicle at a time. If that doesn't work right off the bat, we can just shift as a regression, left to right, and then maybe we can pick up a hand and switch. Over time, you want to move less and less to the left and right as you shift and do your clavicle taps. Again, the clavicle's across body. And then the other progression would be dipping down and doing a little glute activation or hip extension. You can do bent leg or you can do a reach, but notice how that kind of travels up into the low back for some people. So try to keep just even a pickup would be good here. So go down and just toe up, then maybe a kick, then maybe a full reach and hold. So you can do that as a progression as well. And when you're really strong, you can do one and both at the same time. So a nice contralateral. Reach. And you'll notice once I put my mid-spine in a better spot, it's a lot harder to stabilize. And down. Now, different heights of the plyo box will change the intensity. Higher is a little easier. Lower gets a little more difficult. And then another regression or progression, depending on how you look at it, would be going into an elbow plank, straightening up, and down. Doing kind of a wedge hinge. Keep your heels wide as your knees.